Hello everybody, this is Michael with Mikey Does Outdoors, and I'm out here at Conchas Lake in New Mexico. It's about 35 miles northwest of Tucumcari, and probably about 60 so miles southeast of Las Vegas, New Mexico. But it's a pretty place out here. It's been low, but it's getting, as they say, it's come up quite a bit. We had about an inch of rain today already, and it looks like it could rain some more. And we're supposed to get some more rain throughout the week, and so that's a good thing for this lake. And it's on the Canadian River, and so it's good for this lake and all of the other lakes downriver. Which you got, Ute Lake, and then it goes. I don't think there's anything between there and Meredith and Owen, but it's a good for we've been needing rain, and so this is a good thing. We need another inch or two or more, and it would really be appreciated. We're always thankful for what we get. But anyway, this is my video. Show you some scenery from around here, and I'll show you. I didn't show any video of me catching the fish because my little chest rig for my GoPro broke. I've ordered a new one. It'll be here next week, and I'll be back at doing that. But and I was going to set up the tripod this morning and put the GoPro on there, but the young family showed up and they didn't want to be on YouTube, and so I decided just to take pictures of it. And the little boy was thrilled to get my phone and take pictures of me with those carp. And so I had a good time, and they had a good time. We all had a good time out there, and that's what it's all about. Anyway, if you like my video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you. Hello everybody, this is Conchas Lake State Park in New Mexico. Pretty neat place, very pretty scenery around there. The lake is low, but it's gaining some this year. Look at my camper and my pickup at the campsite when I first got there. It's a real nice campsite. Lots of this was a pull through. I don't often get the pull throughs, but I did this time. Lots of space for me in my little camper. But you have a very nice covered picnic table. There's a grill there, and there's a fire ring. There's a selfie of me at the campsite right after I first got there. But anyway, and they just lifted the burn ban, so you can as long as it's in the grill or in the fire pit, you can have a fire. You can cook outside if you want to. But I like this campsite. It's nice and peaceful. Got a view of the lake from there. This is the first day when I got up Friday. I went and look around, view of the lake there. Another look down the other direction. It was a pretty place, I tell you. Lots of good scenery. Can't beat it, in my opinion. Another neat shot of the lake. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Mikey Does Outdoors, and I'm out here at Conchas Lake in New Mexico, trying my hand at fishing. And I've actually gotten a couple nibbles, but didn't have the camera turned on, so you can't see it. And the strangest thing I can see, I don't know if it'll come across on camera or not. Let me face the camera down a little bit. Over there, those are carp coming up to the surface or something. I don't know if they'll bite a jig or not. They will if you get it in the water, maybe. That's the only way to find out, right? I'll put it back up a little bit, and then we'll give it a try. We have to go get some corn or something and try it. This is my fishing. I'm gonna do one more cast and I might quit. I might have to move a little bit because I just now realized it does say no fishing right there. So if I know the rules, I'll follow. Gotta find a different place, I guess. Everybody, I'm moving to a slightly different spot to give it a try. Who knows what we might come up with. And I have learned a lesson not to try it without having the camera going. This might be, looks like it might be a decent spot. How about one way to find out? I'm gonna have to go get some bait, either minnows or something, and come down here with my bait rods and see if I can catch something. I'm sure I could catch a carp. See, and there's probably a carp. That's probably what that was over there. I don't know. Let's see if I can go that way. I'm not very good at casting these spin casters yet. I'll have to do a lot more to get used to it, I guess. And I've got some different colored things to put on there if I want to. I got a few nibbles over at they were probably bluegill. I need to break out a smaller bait. There we go. That's a good cast there. Maybe that'll. Well, I'm gonna try another bait here. Another and see what happens. This is a small one, kind of like the Gulp minnows, but supposed to be a crappie magnet, and so far the little bluegill I saw over at the Gene Howe area didn't care too much for them. That was a snag, probably. They were saying that the lake has come up quite a bit, which is good. You know, all of these lakes out here are suffering from the drought. We need to. Later in the day, Friday, I decided to get a look at the actual. This is the part of the dam that they let the water through to go down the Colorado River. So I thought I'd get a look at that. A few different shots there. It's neat to see all this, I think. Of course, there's no water going over it yet. And if this lake gets full, it'll be a huge place. There's some scenery from up there you can see. Back to the east, I guess it is. It is a really pretty place, I'm telling you. Lots of neat stuff up there. You're getting closer and closer to the mountains, and so it gets prettier and prettier, I think. Of course, the regular stuff is pretty too. Oh, and I saw this guy watching me. He was trying to avoid me, he thought. But I snuck a couple of pictures of him. There's a little better picture. Yeah, right there on the dam, you know. And so he was not having such a good time because he thought I was after him. There's some more scenery back towards the lake off the dam. And there were people, the boat ramps were open, so there were people with their boats out there fishing and having a good time. Some were a lot more hardcore than I was about fishing. I like to fish, but of course I don't have a boat. I might be a little different if I had a boat. But isn't this, you know, it's low, but it's still a big lake, even low. And there's a selfie from the dam. Yeah, and then we move over. I went and tried to handle some fishing, some more fishing. Tried to do some carp fishing. You see me there, shades. Well, they're polarized shades to help you kind of cut the glare and look down into the water sometimes if the water's clear enough. And there I sat there for a while, and I discovered, I tried a new knot, and should have just stuck to my old knot. They wouldn't. I hooked a couple of them and didn't get them landed. One of them pulled the knot loose, and so I won't do that again. And I had a good time sitting there. It's relaxing, fun to just sit there and hang out. And there's the next day when I actually went back next morning early and went carp fishing again. Carp are fun to catch, and I actually caught some this time. And I hooked them and landed them. And at first, I was landing it myself with my net because you really ought to get your net and not try to lift these guys out of the water because you can do things. The little kid and a family came along, so I didn't get any GoPro video because they didn't want to be on YouTube. But he started coming over and helping me take pictures, and he was also doing a good job after I wanted to fish. He started to start helping me get them in the net too, and I actually broke one of my poles trying to manhandle it a little bit to help him get him in the net. And that's why I was using too light of a pole anyway for carp fishing. I had a medium light pole, and I shouldn't have been trying to do what I did. But I did, and I broke it. I'll have to replace it at some point. Hello everybody, this is Michael with Mikey Does Outdoors, and I'm going to stop a second here and I had some good time fishing while I'm here, and I'm going to show you what I used. All I did was I went carp fishing, which I used to do this a long time ago with a college roommate named Steve, and matter of fact, he's the one that put me on it. We go to Lake McKenzie over there in Texas. It's kind of close to the little town of Silverton. But anyway, I'm over in New Mexico today at the Conchas Lake, and I actually hooked a couple yesterday, the carp, but I tried a new way of tying my hooks, and the hook came untied, and so I went back to I use a Palomar knot, and it doesn't come untied, and so I'm going to be using that from now on. But I thought I'd show you what I use to catch carp, because it's really pretty simple. And I could have sat there all day long today, except it started raining, and so, but you'll use a little bitty hook like that, or even a little smaller. Nothing really much bigger though. I was catching pretty good today with this, and I tie it. You can even be half that distance, the hook from the weight if you want to, but just you need a little bit of a distance when you're waiting. A lot of times I only have about 6 or 8 inches, but this is what I wound up with this morning, and it was working really well. And then what I do is I take that hook and I load it up with whole kernel corn. And you gotta get the whole kernel corn, or the other stuff just won't stay on there like it needs to be. It won't be the same. But you just get a can of whole kernel corn. And I got this in an expensive place. It was $1.34, but well, you can see it a lot better like that, $1.34. But you go get them from your grocery store before you leave town, and it didn't cost hardly anything. You can catch dozens of carps with one can of corn. And we used to do that. And I caught 5 good ones. Probably 3 of them probably were in the 15 to 18 inches long, category, and one of them was probably more like a 24-inch one. Well, and another one probably pretty close to that as well. But there's a family there that wanted them, and they'll take them home and eat them and cook them, because some people consider carp a trash fish. Some people eat them. I've always learned that just because somebody you think is trash doesn't mean somebody else does. And so it's good to see if I asked them if they wanted them, and they said they did. And the little boy started coming over every time I catched one, and he'd help me give him a picture of them, and he'd also started helping me with the net. Although the first one I was trying to help him too much by forcing the fish with my pole, and I broke my pole, one of my favorite poles. But I'm going to have to get that replaced at some point. And it probably wouldn't hurt for me to have another pole. But I was sure doing some good catching on that pole before it got broke. I caught the first 3 on there, and then I may have caught 5 or 6 of those things. But there was a lot of, and you got to be careful when you're trying to catch carp. You got to watch your pole, because when they hit it, they go and they run, and you got to be able to grab that pole, or you'll lose it in the water. and you'll lose your fish and your pole and everything. You don't want to do that. But anyway, I thought that'd be a good thing to show you, and hope you use it. Hope you go out and catch some carp. Later that day, Saturday, it rained and rained and rained. I got on my rain gauge is a little crooked, but we still got around an inch of rain, which wasn't too bad. I didn't think it was nice, and it was all foggy the next Sunday morning, and it rained off and on all the way back to Amarillo. But here's some neat shots I thought during the fogginess and the raininess. Be kind of fun to see. It was a neat day, nice and cool. Don't have to worry about the heat, that's for sure. Didn't even have to run the air conditioner too much. Some of us are not used to humidity because of all that, but it was neat, I thought.